Royal blackmail plot exposed and destroyed by Sussex. What Harry and Meghan did will never be forgotten. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you back to our UK Royal News Trends. As I understand it, Harry is suing for tax-funded international personal police protection for himself and his family, which would also shield them from prosecution for illegal behavior and allow them to live off the donations to Invictus, Archewell, etc., which are meant for worthy causes, the needy, not the greedy. Harry and Meghan want all the benefits of being Prince and Princess of Wales, like his hard-working brother and his wife, but without the obligations to King Charles and Queen Camilla. Given that the monarch is showing no signs of giving into their demands, they have resorted to race baiting and an extremely skewed and slanted portrayal of the royal family in the media. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex portray themselves as though their relationship were forbidden and as though they were forced to leave the palace because they were living in royal straitjacket and their lives became impossible to live under such stressful circumstances. The show steals camera footage from the Harry Potter premiere and the South African tour, both of which were authorized, films Trump's attorney outside the prison gates, etc. But in reality, Meghan enjoys the spotlight and seeks it out. Even when descending a flight of stairs headfirst in stilettos, she can detect a camera from a mile away and knows exactly when to loop up. Through Omid Scobie, Meghan brags in Finding Freedom about the wonderful opulence and vacations in paradise they had as royals. From the looks of the backyard pictured below, she had quite the Cinderella story to tell after leaving her Toronto townhouse rental. After deciding that the lavish Windsor estate just wasn't up to snuff, Meghan packed up her poodle and headed for Canada on her way to the United States, where she was sure she'd finally become the Hollywood A-lister she'd always dreamed of being. Nope, that didn't take place. In the previous tweet, it was shown that Meghan is willing to pay race baiters to dress up in traditional African costume in order to generate attention that falsely portrays the UK as a racist nation. However, when she was dating Prince William, Meghan was treated better by the British press than Catherine, Princess of Wales. As a young woman barely out of her teens, Catherine was followed by paparazzi down dark alleys as she made her way to her car. As a TV actress, Meghan was used to being in the spotlight before she married Harry, and she was well into her 40s at the time. If Harry didn't go public with their relationship, she threatened to break up with him, and that was before the palace had finished investigating her colorful background. From the moment the Sussexes became engaged until today, there has been no evidence that their lives have been threatened. With the exception of a single prejudiced comment from a retired security officer who made unverified assertions, there were severe threats against the Sussexes' lives. Given that Catherine received over 1 million death threats on social media in the days following her March 2021 interview on Oprah, it would seem that the Cambridges have no reason to complain about fearing for their lives. Despite this, they continue to perform their public duties with the same grace and dignity as always. Well, if this is the kind of thanks the royal family and the entire population of the UK receive for their welcoming and support of Harry's wife since he first showed her off to the world, then they cannot be faulted for supporting the new bill currently being revised by Parliament. No matter what happens, the Sussexes will never be forgiven for what they've done. They would have to face the public in Britain, and neither of their families would ever accept them back with open arms. Harry was once considered a top member of the royal family and now feels like he has fallen from favor. His reasoning skills, if he ever possessed them, have certainly left the building, and it is clear that he is too wrapped up in himself to take an impartial look at his actions. It has been said that the couple has faith that they will be welcomed back into society once the Netflix series has finished airing and the book has been published. In what sort of false impression do they persist? Inexplicably, the two of them have become a bitter and twisted pair. hell-bent on airing all of their personal issues in public. Yes, Harry's mother died tragically when he was 12. Yes, Harry walked behind her coffin, along with his brother, father, grandpa, and uncle. Yes, Harry has expressed on multiple occasions that he was glad he did it, despite how painful it was. And he hasn't stopped cashing in on that month since. This is like a never-ending version of Groundhog Day for him, except that the same events keep happening to him in slightly different forms. It's too late for him on this side of the pond until he changes his ways after meeting his wife. His actions have brought disgrace to his family and contributed to his falling from the ranks of the most popular royals. There is no way that any family could ever forgive such public betrayal from a son, brother, or relative. While Harry saw Diana-like traits in Meghan, like empathy and kindness, Diana's sisters saw none of these qualities in Meghan. It was crucial to Harry that his first date with the woman who had stalked Diana and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, dress and smell like Diana. Meghan aspired to be like Diana, and it must have stung that she was unable to excel as a working royal as Diana did. Is this the reason Meghan keeps criticizing the royal family and Harry's kin? Meghan has a lot of flaws, but nobody ever puts the blame on her. Meghan has never admitted any wrongdoing in her life. Indeed, why not? After Meghan convinced Harry that she would meet the same fate as Princess Diana, being hounded to death in her global fame rather than being killed in a car accident by a drunk driver, if they didn't leave the royal family, Harry decided to take them back to Meghan's hometown, where they could live in peace and quiet. While both Diana and Catherine were frequent targets of the paparazzi, Meghan was never one of them. They live a lie, so it's appropriate that Meghan has to call the photographers. Simply put, nobody cares about Meghan, so she has no need for protection. She has to pay for likes and wins at online contests. The Sussex squads to get paid, though how can Harry miss this contradiction? As soon as possible, Harry and Meg need to stop bothering him and his loved ones. If they really cared about Meghan, why wouldn't they bother her family non-stop? When do you think Harry and Meg are going to finally make their next move? When will Prince Harry and his new wife Meghan stop trying to make life difficult for Prince Harry's brother and father and their respective spouses? As soon as Harry sees Meghan's aggressive side, he'll be in trouble. When will Harry finally become aware of Meghan's deception? In what ways are Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan going to make a difference for the greater good in the world? The Duchess of Sussex has got to stop trying to one-up Catherine, Princess of Wales. When are Meghan and Harry going to quit forcing themselves into the public eye? Meghan is an aggressive narcissist with severe jealousy issues. Diana did care about people, despite her manipulation of the paparazzi by telling them where she would be. She also tried to upstage King Charles. Serving as a royal was a role she cherished. Aside from visiting the United States, Diana never left the country. In no world would she ever say anything negative about her ex-in-laws. Come on, admit it. Using his mother's death for his own gain, Harry is a complete spoiled brat. The night she died, he was too preoccupied with other things to even try calling her. If he is truly sorry, he should accept responsibility for his actions rather than endlessly laying the blame at the feet of his loved ones and the people of the United Kingdom. He wed an attention whore who claimed to be in love with him and still be with him despite the fact that she had never loved or respected anybody before. Don't bring up race in a country that is working hard to integrate its citizens while realizing that much remains to be done, and instead focus on the affluent individuals in California around you. You too? In light of today's events, what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to hit that like button and tell your friends about my video if you find it entertaining. In addition, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our UK Royal News Trends team to receive updates on future videos. Once again, I appreciate your attention. I hope to see you later.